Talk to me. Played the horn of the Lord and served other gods. Remember the days of old, we the lost tribes. They don't believe the Bible. They say a white man wrote it, but still celebrate them holidays from white men, don't they? Like Christmas and Thanksgiving appetites. I don't even see my closest family half the time. Going out ain't an option. I won't compromise. I got integrity and more heart than Valentine. I retweeted a book they sell on Amazon, owned by the same folks that told them to apologize. Remember, slaves couldn't read, wasn't allowed. So it's meaning when I tell you I'm black and I'm proud. Murdered us with the sword, that's how we learned religion. Community standards violate my First Amendment. Discontinue from my heritage under these bastards. Life a bitch, they make up lies and give you public lashes. I understand they confused by who the devil is. Why my people get so mad when I tell them this? Valley of dry bones, my niggas skeletons. It's hectic out there, hope you checking on your relatives. Brotherhood, that's what my weapon is. And now I never let these crackers take it from you. Real talk, you probably never heard this all of your life. Be careful, cause that thing you love, it'll cost you your life. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as we got each other, my nigga.
Yeah.
Cause we build this shit
nigga,
on
I done lost family, I done lost friends. Day one, niggas thought was riding to the end. Still showed up, put in that work. Hide behind a smile while I'm walking with this hurt. Some nights I felt alone, most nights I felt cold. Some nights I drove around, I ain't wanna go home. Nigga, I ain't never been, I ain't never fold. Follow orders like a soldier doing what I'm told. Even when the council wasn't making any sense, I ain't never doubted, I just put it to the test. Days I was fucked up and down to my last cent. Reaching in my pockets, only coming up with lint. I'm talking even on the days that I couldn't pay my rent. I put it down for my brothers, ain't spared no expense. If I ever got bent, caused an offense, please forgive your brother, Lord, that ain't what I meant. See that brotherhood a weapon, fight against deception. When something taken from you, then it's just a blessing. Shorty really loved me, gave me everything she got. And I'm sorry, baby girl, if I ever broke your heart. Man, mistakes that I made, don't know if they'll fade. Moving with a heavy heart, living with the pain. Take away the shame, wash away the stain. Praying to the Lord for the days that I was Cain. Sheesh.
Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. All right, clap it up. Welcome again to another I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica Wednesday night law class. My name is Priest and Officer 500 Kayad 1 from I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K. is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel until Christ come. You understand? I say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai break a thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahushai to my sisters. All right, and we see a couple of sisters tuning in. We have Yakwar, Shalom, sis, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahushai. Kappa, Banaf, Yahawada, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahushai, sis. See? All right, so tonight we are talking about Christmas. You understand? You don't know Christmas is right around the corner. You understand? And the topic of tonight's class is Christmas, the most treacherous time of the year. You understand? And TikTok, the topic is Christmas is cursed. And indeed, Christmas is cursed. You understand? All you have to do is just open your eyes. Zin, crime is always on a high this time of year. Murder, see, or slakia, unalivement is always on a spike this time of year. See, accidents, you understand? Robberies, you know what I mean? Everything that is evil is always on a spike this time of year. And it's all because of, you know what I mean, this evil holiday surrounding, you know what I mean, this period. You understand? Where did we get this from? We certainly did get the celebration of Christmas from the Bible. As a matter of fact, the Bible speak against Christmas. You understand? Which we're going to pull the scripture for sure now. See? So where did we get this from? We get these holidays that we celebrate over here, not only Christmas. We get this from our oppressors. You understand? We get this from the one that enslaved us. See? Just like we got Christianity from our oppressor, the religion that is the most, you know what I mean, promoting Christmas right now. Christianity is the religion that promotes Christmas throughout the earth. You understand? Then we got Christianity from our oppressor, and we got Christmas, Easter, and all these Christian holidays from the oppressor. And all these holidays are pagan, or slakia, are of pagan origin. You understand? For those who don't know what the word pagan mean, we're going to look up the word pagan. You understand? So you get a better understanding of the word pagan. See? So, pagan, right? So this says, a person holding religious belief other than those of the main or recognized religion. And in this case, the main or recognized religion are quote unquote, because we know there's no religion in the Bible, right? The main religion is the Bible. Like Christianity claims that its belief or what it teaches come from out of the Bible, but yet still it pushes pagan beliefs like Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Days, and those other, you know what I mean, things that have pagan origin. Christmas come from a thing, the most recent custom that Christmas come from is Saturnalia, which was celebrated in Rome. You understand? It was first celebrated in Greek and then in Rome. But further back, it has, you know what I mean? Of course, the Roman and Greek origin of Christmas, it dark in itself. You understand? But the main origin of Christmas and where it come from is even darker. You understand? And for those reasons is the reason why the Most High speak out against Christmas inside of the Bible. Right? Right. Of course, you know, Google try pretty up the word pagan. But, you know what I mean, in essence, what pagan is anything, you know what I mean, outside of the God of the Bible. Any worship or any custom that is outside of the worship of the God of the Bible. You understand? All right. So what we are going to do now, we are going to read, let me see where we should have start. See? Yeah, let me start with this. I'm going to end with this as well. Right? This is Amos 5 and verse 21. Let me put it on the screen. And this is the Most High speaking. And him said, I hate, I despise your feast days. Why is the Most High saying this in the book of Amos? Because the Most High gave us feast days. He gave us the Passover, right? He gave us Feast of First Fruits. There's so many, right? Feast of Tabernacle. You understand? So why is the Most High telling us that he despise our feast days? Of course, the Most High couldn't despise the feast days that he gave us. Which feast days is the Most High talking about? He's talking about the feast days that we took on from, you know what I mean, adapting the culture of the heathens, these pagan customs. You understand? The same Saturnalia, which in time past, it was not called Saturnalia. But let me say that correctly. The same Christmas, which is Saturnalia, which in time past before that, during, you know what I mean, when we were in our homeland, it wasn't even called Saturnalia. It evolves, right? But it's the same wicked custom. So this is the feast day that the Most High is telling you that he hates. Let me continue. And I will not smell in your solemn assembly. Why is he saying he will not smell in your solemn assembly? Because come around Christmas time, you have this big feast. You know what I mean? A lot of cooking go on Christmas, right? A lot of cooking go on Easter. Them fry fish pan Easter. You know them do them thing already. New Year's Day, you have the New Year's Day dinner, right? You also have Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas Sunday dinner, New Year's Eve dinner. All of these are feast and solemn. You know what I mean? When you say assembly, it's talking about the family coming together. You know, them like to say, them do it for the family, them do it for the kids. Yeah, we know Christmas not in the Bible, but we do it because this is the time when family come together and show love. You understand? Let me read this again. This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. And it said, I hate, this is the Most High speaking, I despise your feast days. So even though you claim that it's all about, you know what I mean, the children, you're doing it for the kids. You know what I mean? Which I don't understand why you would be teaching lies to your kids, telling them that a fat man comes down them chimney and give them gifts. You understand? On Christmas Day. You understand? When you yourself teach your children to not tell lie, you lie to your children, then you wonder why them grow up and start tell you lie. Because when them find out, when them get old enough to understand everything, them understand that you have been a liar to them. You understand? And them don't hold you at highest esteem. So them tell you any lie them feel like, because them know you have no integrity. Because you teach them say Santa Claus real. You teach them say Christmas is Jesus' birthday. And them grow and find out say, no. You understand? That is not the case. You understand? Let me read it again. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days. So the Most High don't hate the feast days that he gave us. He hate the feast days that we took on, like Christmas, Easter, and all these other feast days. Let me continue. And I will not smell in your solemn assembly. So when you come together around that dinner table with that, you know what I mean, that beautiful meal on the table, and it smells so good, the Most High say, he will not smell. He will not enjoy that smell. You understand? Because that is an abomination to him. To the Most High, that beautiful feast that you create on Christmas Day is an abomination to him. Let me read it again. And I will not smell in your solemn assembly. So when you come together with the family, you know what I mean, when Big Mama or, you know what I mean, your mother or whoever, bring the family together around this big, nice meal. That is like, you know what I mean, that is like vomit to the Most High. She's not your parents, your mother, your wife, whoever is not doing it on behalf of the Most High. The Most High despise that. Let me continue reading verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. Right. So to most people, this won't make any sense. You know what I mean? But because we were taught in the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general, YAHANNA, we understand this, right? Before the I.S.U.P.K, this never made no sense to me as well. You understand? That's why we implore our brothers and sisters to get inside this school. See? No. The reason why it said, though ye offer me burnt offering. What is a burnt offering? A burnt offering is basically a meal. Like when the Most High say, you must sacrifice a burnt offering unto him. It's like a barbecue. So what the priest would do, you know what I mean, for anybody who read the Bible, the Old Testament, right? What the priest would do, he would kill a lamb, he would kill a bullock, and he would put it on an altar, which is nothing more than a grill. You know what I mean? It don't look like a grill, but it serves the same purpose, right? And he will sacrifice it to the Most High, and then they will eat it, right? So that would be a burnt offering, right? It's the same thing you do when you know what I mean? Because those burnt offerings, you know what I mean, would be done on special days, you know what I mean, in many cases, right? So this burnt offering that the Most High is telling you that, you know what I mean, you burn unto him is your Christmas dinner. You fry that chicken, you roast that pork, which is an abomination to the Most High. You understand? Or you bake it, whatever you do to it. He's telling you that. Let me read 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, which is your Christmas dinner, your Easter dinner, your New Year's dinner, see, I will not accept them. The Most High does not accept your Christmas celebration because you claim in your heart, your Christian heart, your merry Christian heart, see, that you're doing it on his behalf. You're doing it to show your appreciation for him. You understand? He still doesn't accept it because guess what? He did not tell you to do that. You understand? The Most High tell you, say, obedience is more important than sacrifice. You understand? I'm paraphrasing, of course. See? So the Most High would rather you be obedient, even if you think being obedient is not much. Right? But obedience is better than sacrifice. So you being disobedient but giving him this big sacrifice, which is your Christmas dinner, right? He would rather you not celebrate Christmas, and that would mean much more to him. Let me read again. Though ye offer me burnt offering and your meat offering, I will not accept them. The Most High does not accept your Christmas dinner. That Christmas dinner, that Christmas celebration is a curse. You understand? And celebrating Christmas will become a snare to our people because we, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the ones that the Most High gave his covenant, his laws. You understand? And these celebrations, when we celebrate, you know what I mean, these holidays, we show the Most High how much we hate him and how we rather serve the other nations. Basically. You celebrating Christmas is confirmation how much you hate the Most High. You understand? Let me continue reading. I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast. You understand? So that fat beast, that big old, you know what I mean, hog we have on the table. You understand? The Most High does not accept it. The Most High told you that you must not eat pork. He tell you that the swine is unclean. But your Christian pastor somehow convinced you that, you know what I mean, one, God, you know what I mean, Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus, which is not in the Bible. Jesus' birthday is not in the Bible. Neither did Jesus tell you that you should celebrate his birthday. You know what I mean? Of course, the Bible tell you, give you an estimation around the period when Jesus was born, but it did not give you an exact date. And neither, as I said, Jesus did not tell you to celebrate his birthday. So one, your Christian pastor tell you that this is, you know what I mean, the celebration of the birth of Jesus. Two, him tell you that you can't eat pork. So it's a double abomination. You understand? You have that big swine on your table, you know what I mean, celebrating a heathen custom to the Most High. No, that can't work. Let me read again. Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offering, that pork, that swine on your table, seeing, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast, that big stinking pig slack. Slack. Seeing, the Most High does not accept it. Seeing, verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. Now, what is this alluding to? Because with all these holidays, there's always some kind of singing music. You know what I mean? These solemn assembly coming together, food, festivities, and music. Especially during the time of Christmas. Christmas is the main one. You have the Christmas carol. Not too long ago, you know what I mean? Some political, we call it, motorcade vehicle, blasting loud and proud in the community a while ago. Christmas carols, getting the people, you know what I mean, activated for the Christmas coming around. You understand? The Most High say him don't accept the noise of thy songs, because to the Most High these songs are nothing but nice. You understand? These Christmas carol, when you hear what's your name, Mariah Carey song, you know what I mean, which them repeat year after year and make millions of fight. I'm sure she now make the money off fight that the oppressor is making. See? Repeat it year after year after year. The Most High does not listen to these songs. It might sound good to you, but the Most High hate these songs. See? Let me continue reading. for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. So the music instruments, everything that will come together, especially in the church, when come together and play the best music during the time of Christmas, trying to, you know what I mean, trying to, what you call it now, seduce the people and money out of them pocket. See? The most I say, I will not hear those melodies. You understand? So, like what I tell you, Christmas is a curse. They might sell it to you as if it's the time of, you know what I mean, coming together and showing love and to be kind. You understand? But it's a curse. When it comes back to you, it will be a curse. You understand? It will be a curse. And going forward after when you celebrate Christmas, you're going to see how much a curse your life will be because of it. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are already suffering a curse already. You know what I mean? For the same things. You know what I mean? But because of this oppressor and his religion that he gives to us, we repeat this over and over and over and over. You understand? Okay, somebody say no sound. All right, let me see if I can fix that quick and fast. I don't understand why that is. Give me a second. All right, give me a one if the sound, you know what I mean? Him say it's good now. All right. Can everybody hear me though? And how long was it out for? Because I talk for like 20 minutes. If necessary, I go back over everything when we just go over. Give me a one if you not hear me properly. Give me a one in a chat. See? Yeah, so Christmas is beginning. Oh, from the beginning? Damn. All right, so let me just break down what me that talk about a while ago. And sometimes it's the oppressor, you know, we are, you know what I mean? We are under attack from the oppressor. Sometimes, you know what I mean, them just make sure that the life just get messed up. But anyway, the show have to go on. Zin? All right, so in essence what may I say is, me that read Amos 5 and 21 to 24, 23, and it basically I tell you how the Most High despise these Christmas, these holidays, you know what I mean, that we celebrate over here. Let me read again. This is Amos chapter 5 and 21, and it said, I despise your feast days. So the Most High is letting you know that him despise your Christmas. You understand? Him despise your Easter. All of these days that you come together to have feasts. You understand? Let me continue reading. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Right? So when you gather the family together to come together in your assemblies, or you assembling inside that Christian church, the Most I say will not smell, you know what I mean, that meal, that abominable meal that you prepare, because the Most I told you that you should not celebrate these pagan customs. You understand? He told us to not worship other gods, which may go break down shortly. Oh, Christmas is all about the worship of another god. You understand? Which is a red flag against Christianity, because it seems like Christianity is that religion that, you know what I mean, introduce God's people to the worship of other gods. Like Easter is the worship of Ishtar. Christmas is the worship of Nimrod, which you have a breakdown. You know what I mean? You have Valentine's Day, which is the worship of, I forget the name of that god. You know what I mean? But them gave him in the form of Cupid. See, New Year's is the worship of, what's his name? The two-faced God. You know what I mean? All of these are surrounding some kind of pagan idolatry from the past. It's just the oppressor, you know what I mean, bringing his custom and his belief and introducing it to you through Christianity and, you know what I mean, disguising it with biblical stories. For example, like me I say, Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ, which we know that's a lie. You understand? Easter is the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's a lie. You understand? So all of these are just the oppressor introducing you to idolatry without you knowing, and with the way they call it now. Some pastors, especially black pastors, right? Some of them are outright scammers, you know. Just outright scammers. Them never believe what them teach. Some might be sincere in that them believe the oppressors lie, and you know what I mean? That even that is dangerous. You understand? Because them bring this, they are the medium by which this is introduced to you. You understand? And the black church, whether it be in Jamaica, whether it be in New York, you know what I mean? Introduce all of them things. It introduced to us the will of our oppressor. And the will of the oppressor is for us to always be breaking the Most High's laws. You know what I mean? Let me continue reading though. See in verse 22. Though he offer me burnt offering, or burnt offering would be like your meal that you provide, with that you prepare. You know what I mean? In time past, a burnt offering would be a priest unaliving a sheep, you know what I mean, an ox, a kid, putting it on an altar, which would be like a grill. You know what I mean? It wouldn't look like a grill, but it served the same purpose as mentioned before. You know what I mean? And this would be a sacrifice to the Most High. What they would do, they would afterwards eat it. You understand? So this would be done on some holy day, and a day that is designated for this. You know what I mean? In most cases, because burnt offering can be done on, I think, Sabbaths as well, right? So this would be to the Most High, and the Most High would accept it. But this burnt offering that the Most High is talking about right now, him don't accept that, because that burnt offering is done on Christmas. You know what I mean? Claiming to be for the birth of Jesus Christ, or some, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whatever the oppressor wants to tell you that it's about. This burnt offering might be done on Easter. We want to fry fish and say, boy, yeah man, this we are celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? The Most High don't accept it. Verse 22. Let me read again. Though he offer me burnt offering and your meat offering, I will not accept them. The Most High does not accept it. You know what I mean? You are not doing it to the Most High. You are doing it against the Most High. Let me continue reading. Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast. So that big ham, that pork that you have on that table that your Christian pastor tell you that it's okay to eat, is an abomination to the Most High. And the entire Christmas meal, if I could have chicken, is an abomination. See, verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. He does not want to hear the Christmas carols that, you know what I mean, is blasted through the air and is sung inside the Christian church. See, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. You understand? So, these holidays that we got from the oppressor over here is an abomination to the Most High. You understand? Thank you, sis. So she, Sister Kapabana Yahawada say the two-faced God is named Janus. Yeah, you're right, sis. Janus. And that is where the word January come from. You understand? But them tell you that, you know what I mean, this is a celebration of the New Year's. You understand? So all of it is pagan. All of it is, you know what I mean, idolatry. You understand? All right, so we're going to jump to the book of Genesis. We're going to show you where this all started. We're going to jump to the book of Genesis chapter 10. We're going to start at verse 8, and it said, and Cush begot Nimrod, right? So Cush, who is Cush? Does anybody know who Cush is? We have some Rasta Catholics, you know what I mean, in the chat, I think. Does anybody know who Cush is? Let me read again. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. Let me continue read it. Verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. So, you know what I mean? So Cush was the father of a man named Nimrod. Now, Nimrod became great in the earth and he became a mighty hunter, right? So much so that there was a saying, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord, he was so great that they had that's a parable, a proverb, if that's the right word. You understand? When they speak about him, you understand? He became great. Now, what is so significant about him? Let me read it. Verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel or Babel, which is original Babylon. You understand? Remember, I'm asking who is Cush. That is very important. I'll go back to that. I need the rest of them to jump in at the chat, right? Because this have a lot to do with Ethiopia, right? And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel or Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. So the land of Shinar is Mesopotamia. It's in, you know what I mean, the Middle East. See? Or it extends to most of the Middle East and extends, I think, down into Africa as well. Part of the kingdom of that was some part of Africa, right? So, Cush was the father of Nimrod. But who is Cush? Let me see who Cush is, right? Hold on, before me read that, let me jump to this. This is the book of Genesis, verse 10, chapter 10, and verse 1. And it said, no, these are the generations of the sons of Noah. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. Now we know Noah was the one who built the ark, right? And he had 3 sons. And his 3 sons and their wives and his wife were the only survivors of the flood, right? And after them escaped the flood, or on the other side of the flood, they started to multiply, and his sons have sons. Now, who are these sons? All right, let me scroll down to Ham. See? Because this is the one we want right now. We know Shem became the father or the lineage by which Abraham came through, right? Which Abraham is the father of Isaac. Isaac is the father of Israel, or, you know what I mean, Jacob, which becomes the 12th tribe of Israel, right? Now, Ham is somebody different. Is Shem's brother. Let me read. And the sons of Ham, Cush. Now, remember the same Cush we are talking about? See? So, he's a son of Ham, right? And Mizraim. Who's Mizraim? We are going to show you. For time's sake, let me just tell you who Mizraim is. Mizraim is the Egyptians. He's the father of the Egyptians. Every nation have a progenitor. See? And usually the name of that nation is the name of their progenitor. For example, the Israelites. The father of the Israelites was a man called Israel. See? And the father of the Egyptians, or the Matazariam in the Hebrew, is Matazariam, right? Which is Mizraim, right? And Foot are put in some pronunciations. See? Those are the Libyans. See? And Canaan, right? But Cush, who is Cush? Let me find out who is Cush. Let me go back now. See? Ethiopians, Cushites. You know what I mean? The rest of them very, very proud of that, you know what I mean? Revelation. That the Ethiopians are the original Cushites. Well, Cush is the father of Nimrod. See? Meaning Nimrod was from the lineage of the Ethiopians. He became great, you know what I mean, amongst the Cushites or the Ethiopians or Babylonians, because the Ethiopians, they are the Babylonians. And you know how you know how the Rastafari and them like to big up Haile Selassie as them God who is an Ethiopian. Big up Ethiopia. But born Babylon, well, Babylon is Ethiopia. And you know what I mean? The scripture tell we, you know, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And that is very evident because just being a Rastafarian is a contradiction in itself. Because if you have to burn Babylon, you have to burn Ethiopia, because Ethiopia is the original Babylon or the original Kush. We want to say, we don't even call the weed, we want to smoke Kush. That is how invested the Rastafarians are in this whole Ethiopian thing. Let me read again. Ethiopia, Kushites, the inhabitants of ancient Kush. Right. So let me jump back to Genesis chapter 10 and verse 8. And it says, and Cush begat Nimrod. So Cush was the father, this Ethiopian. Cush is Ethiopia. Cush is the father of the Ethiopians. Then he was the father of Nimrod. See? So Nimrod, he began to be a mighty one on the earth. So Nimrod, he was probably the first ruler on the face of the earth after the flood. Right? Verse 9, he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. See? Verse 10, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, that is Ethiopia. You understand? In the land of Shinar. Let me continue reading. And Erech, and Akkad, and Calne in the land of Shinar. Shinar is Mesopotamia. Some say Sumer. You might hear, if you watch documentaries, you might hear them talk about Sumer. See? This is Ethiopia. This was Babylon. Ancient Babylon. You understand? See? All right, let me continue. Let me jump now to let me jump to Genesis and show you Genesis chapter 11 and show you how this Nimrod became an enemy to the Most High. Well, I think we give it to it. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. See, anyway, Genesis 11 and 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. Verse 2. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar or Shuma, Mesopotamia. This is Ethiopia. See? Our ancient Ethiopia, which stretched even to the Middle East. All right. Let me say something to you. See? What them call Ethiopia today is just an extension of the original Ethiopia. That is not the real Ethiopia. That was a part like a what I call it now. What's the word I'm looking for? That's like just a part of them province. But this part of the province was in Africa. But the main Ethiopia that when them talk about what's your name? Makeda, or what's your name? Queen of Sheba, was in the Middle East. You understand? Let me continue reading. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Verse 3. And they said one to another, go to, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they had bricks for stone, and slime had they for mortar. See? Verse 4. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. You know what I mean? So this was all orchestrated by Nimrod. See? he decided that him no want everybody scatter across the face of the earth. So then build this, you know what I mean, this great empire around him. See in verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men built. See in verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. You understand? And they begin, and this they begin to do. And no, nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Right. So they start to build this tower to reach up to heaven. And the Most High, well, not the Most High himself didn't come down, but the angels of the Most High came down. You know what I mean? Of course, the report, and they came back and carried out the judgment of the Most High, which was to, you know what I mean, confound them language. Because what they were trying to do, you know what I mean, even though not explained in this, you know what I mean, this scripture was explained by Josephus, who was a Hebrew scholar, you know what I mean, and about the I think it was about the 7th century, might be mistaken. See? Which we are going to read now and tell you what them really was doing. See? This is Josephus, and this is not scripture because Josephus himself was not a prophet. You know what I mean? He was just a historian. He was an Israelite historian who kept good records. You understand? And wrote about his time and what he knew about time past. Of course, we are completely cut off from, you know what I mean, certain knowledge now because of slavery. So we don't even know what did go on back in the past. But Josephus, he kept record. You know what I mean? And this is what him said. See him? Concerning the Tower of Babylon, you notice him call it Babylon. This was the Cushites who were, you know what I mean, in building this tower. The Ethiopians, you understand? And the confusion of the tongues. 1. Now the sons of Noah were 3, Shem, Japheth, and Ham, born 100 years before the deluge or the deluge. See? These first of all descended from the mountains into the plain, right? Because the ark landed on a mountain. You understand? Let me continue reading. After the flood subsided, right? And fixed their habitation there, and persuaded others who were greatly afraid of the lower ground on account of the flood. You understand? People was trying to live in the mountains because the flood, you know what I mean, was fresh in their memory, and nobody no want to get flooded out again, right? One of the reasons why, let me read. See? And so were very loath to come down from the higher places to venture to follow their example. Now the plain in which they first dwelt was called Shinar or Shuma, right? God also commanded them to send colonies abroad. So the Most High, after flooding the earth, wanted them to now repopulate the earth and commanded them. This was a time when nobody wondered if God was real, like people do today. People wonder, people question whether God was real or God. The Most High gave them command. You understand? Of course, that command would be through who? Probably through Noah, or who, you know what I mean, who was left in charge after Noah, right? Probably through Shem or one of Shem's descendants. See? But they got commandment to spread out. Don't stay in one area. Populate the earth. You understand? God also commanded them to send colonies abroad for the thorough peopling of the earth, that they might not raise sedition among themselves, but might cultivate a great part of the earth, right? Because the earth is big and the earth needs cultivating, right? And enjoy its fruits after a plentiful manner. But they were so ill instructed that they did not obey God. You understand? For which reason they fell into calamities and were made sensible by experience. You understand? When you say sensible by experience, you know, them say experience teach it wisdom, because them go through some hardship and it make them wise, them understand, say, no, this is the wrong road. You understand? Of which sin they had been guilty. For when they flourish with a numerous youth, God admonished them again to send out colonies. So as they were multiplying, the Most High say, all right, no, good time, spread out. You understand? Go, a bunch of uno, go over so and make that uno home. Don't all stay in one place. You understand? Let me continue reading. But they're imagining the prosperity they enjoy was not derived from the favor of God. So because now they became proud, thinking that, you know what I mean, their prosperity was of their own hands, they don't want to listen to the Most High. See? Let me continue reading. But supposing that their own power was the proper cause of the plentiful condition they were in, did not obey him. Nay, they added to this their disobedient to the divine will. The suspicion that they were therefore ordered to send out separate colonies, that being divided asunder, they might the more easily be oppressed. So they were being paranoid because they not trust the Most High. You understand? Thinking that if they should separate, they would be easily oppressed. You know what I mean? Which, you know what I mean? The contrary happened because Nimrod now became the oppressor. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? 2. Now it was Nimrod who incited, see there? Now it was Nimrod who excited them to such an affront and contempt of God. He was the grandson of Ham. Right? So you had Ham. Ham had Cush, which is the Ethiopian, father of the Ethiopians. And then he was now a son of Cush. So these are the Ethiopians. See? Let me continue reading. The son of Noah, a bold man. So Nimrod was a bold man and of great strength of hand. He persuaded them not to ascribe it to God. You understand? As if it was through his means they were happy, because no, he was leading them. So now, you know what I mean, he created his mind games, having them believe that he's the one who is guiding them path and making them prosper, as opposed to the Most High's mercy. You understand? Let me continue reading. He also said he was Salakia. Right. Let me continue. He also gradually, hold on, what do I know? But to believe that it was their own courage which procured that happiness. He also gradually changed the government into tyranny. You understand? See no other way of turning men from the fear of God, right? Because at that time, they feared God, but he wanted them to fear him. Let me continue reading. But to bring them into a constant dependence on his power. So Nimrod became a king. You understand? He also said he would be revenged on God. You know what that means? He wants vengeance on God. See? If he should have a mind to drown the world again. So because the Most High flooded the earth, Nimrod have it in his heart, say he want vengeance on God. You know what I mean? This dumb Ethiopian thought he could get vengeance on the Most High. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? For that he would build a tower too high for the water to be able to reach. So now you get an understanding as the purpose of the tower. The tower was to be so high that if God was to flood the earth again, they wouldn't drown. Stupid, as if, you know what I mean, a flood alone the Most High can kill you with. You understand? But this was how stupid this Ethiopian was. And they are stupid today because even today them claim to be God's people or try to. Through, you know what I mean, some lineage, through Menelik and something. Them always doing some abominable blasphemy. You understand? These are the Ethiopians who are Rastafarian people. You know what I mean? Brothers who are deceived by Rastafarianism, want to give homage to. Who was, you know what I mean, the first enemies of the Most High. You understand? Let me continue reading. For that he would build a tower too high for the waters to be able to reach, and that he would avenge himself on God for the destroying their forefathers, this dumb, stupid Ethiopia. You understand? Let me continue reading. 3. Now the multitudes were very ready to follow the determination of Nimrod, and to esteem it a piece of cowardice to submit to God. So, and it's similar to even today. You know what I mean? He was projecting as if submitting to the Most High was you being a coward. This is where all this fighting of God come from. The oppressor adapted it with, you know what I mean, the war between, or the clash of the titans, man fighting Zeus, and this is where it come from. And in portraying in movies, the oppressor just go along and gather other people's culture and then try to reform it to, you know what I mean, to himself. This is where it all come from, man fighting God. But this was no fight, because Nimrod was just a stupid man, see, thinking that him can fight the Most High when that is an impossibility. It's not even practical. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? What we don't know. And they built that Slakia. Now the multitude were very ready to follow the determination of Nimrod, and to esteem it a piece of cowardice or cowardice to submit to God. And they built a tower, neither sparing any pains, nor being in any degree negligent after the work. So you can imagine this big city that they built, this huge city with this massive tower, you know what I mean, at the center of it, but them think it have reached the, you know what I mean, or leave the atmosphere or some crap. See? And by reason of the multitude of hands employed in it, it grew very high, sooner than anyone could expect. But the thickness of it was so great, and it was so strongly built, that thereby its great height seemed upon the view to be less than it really was. It was built of burnt bricks, cemented together with mortar, made of bitumen, that it might not be liable to admit water. When God saw that they acted so madly, he did not resolve to destroy them utterly, since they were not grown wiser by the destruction of the former sinners. Right, so because the Most High said they never learned before, it was pointless to just kill them off again. See? But he caused a tumult amongst them by producing in them diverse languages, and causing that through the multitude of those languages, they should not be able to understand each other. And that was, you know what I mean, that was the splitting of the tongue was necessary. You understand? All right. The place wherein they build the tower is now called Babylon. Right? Because of the confusion of that language, which they readily understood before. For the Hebrews mean by the word Babel, confusion. So the word Babel is confusion. You understand? Now again, this Babylon was Ethiopia, was ancient Ethiopia, the same Babylon, Shum and Mesopotamia, the same thing. This is the Babylon that the Rastafarians them burn out, not knowing that it's Ethiopia. You understand? It's Ethiopia. Zane, it's the Cushites' kingdom. The Cushites built Babylon. And they had this tyrant called Nimrod who wanted to fight God. You understand? Let me jump to a scripture quick and fast. This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 12. And it says, ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. You understand? So don't for once think that God have any covenant with any Ethiopian. God doesn't have any covenant with that Ethiopian. See? God promised to destroy these Ethiopians. So meanwhile, the Rastafarians are out here worshiping some Ethiopian empire or emperor as king or as God, as Christ. God's plan is to destroy the Ethiopians. You understand? All right. Is there anything else we need to go into this? All right. There's not much more, so might as well just read it off. See? I read it off and done. In the meanwhile, remember, tap up the screen, share, like, subscribe. We're on the topic of how evil Christmas is. Christmas is a curse, and we are getting the origin of Christmas. This is where it started with this Ethiopian, tyrant called Nimrod, who thought he could fight God. You understand? Let me continue. The place wherein they build the tower is now called Babylon because of the confusion of that language, which they readily understood before. For the Hebrews mean by the word Babel, confusion. The Sibyl also make mention of this tower and of the confusion of the language when she was thus. When all men were of one language, some of them built a high tower as if they would thereby ascend up to heaven. But the gods, because these were no heathens or Eden's account, they think there's more than one God. And let me say this. You have many different accounts, for example, of the flood, right? You have the Sumerians, you have other nations who give them own account of the flood. There's so many, right? But their explanation would be different from the biblical explanation. See, they will use terms like gods and all them things. You will see that, see? But there's only one truth, and that is the Hebrew records. That is the Bible. And this gives you the accurate, you understand, explanation of what took place and how things are. You understand? So when you see them say God's right here, that's just a heathen's understanding. But, you know what I mean? We would say the Most High. You understand? And what they probably would call gods would probably be the angels. You know what I mean? Which they are not gods. Which in the term, all right, let me explain it. So the word gods God come from the word Alahaya. See? No, plural it would be Alahayam. No, this is a term referring to the angels. The word which it means power, right? The word God means power. So, you know what I mean? So, but the heathens believe that there's more than one powers. When there's just one main power, which is the Most High, and him angels are his servants, are the Alahayam. Them serve him. You understand? Slack. All right, let me continue. Zane? All right, so it said, but the gods sent storm of wind and overthrew the tower and gave everyone his peculiar language and of Slakia. And for this reason, it was that the city was called Babylon. But as to the plan of Shinar in the country of Babylonia, Hestius mentioned it when he said thus, such of the priests as were saved took the sacred vessel of Jupiter, Enolius, and came to Shinar of Babylonia. All right. Give me a second, then I'm going to get TikTok back. You know what I mean? In the meanwhile, remember to like, share, and subscribe. See? All right. So we have somebody who named Delta Heinz, says Shalom family. Shalom. Sister Kappa Bana Yahawada says, Salakia, sir, if I may, is Cush a descendant of Ham? Yes, sis. So Cush is a son of Ham. So the sons of Ham are Cush, Mizraim, Put, and also Canaan. You understand? When you read the scripture and it talk about the Canaanites, those are also sons, descendants of Ham as well. See? Now, these four families are the Africans. These are the four main tribe of Africans. You understand? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it now. 1 second. Phone kind of. I have my stand for my phone right now, so bear with me. 1 second. See? Let me pull it in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. And this says, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood. And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. You understand? So Ham was the progenitor of the dark-skinned people, but except one dark-skinned people, and those are the Negroes. Who are the Negroes? We are the Negroes. You understand? Black people in Jamaica, Trinidad, Cuba, North, Central, and South America. You understand? The Hispanics, we are the Negroes. See? We are not descended from Ham. We are descended from Shem. We are descended through the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are not Hamites. But the Hamites, these are the Hamites. See? The Egyptians. You understand? The Ethiopians. The Libyans, which when you go to Genesis, let me get it. Because here is the same list. Slakia. So Genesis 10 and verse 6 give you the same list. This is the same list. It said, the sons of Ham, Cush. Who is Cush right here? The Ethiopians. Right? Mizraim. Who's Mizraim? Mizraim is the Egyptians. Right? Phut, which is the Libyans. And Canaan, which is right here, it's a Canaan. Right? So these are the sons of Ham. And these are all the tribes of the Africans. So the Egyptians are Africans, the Ethiopians are Africans, the Libyans are Africans, and the Canaanites are Africans. You understand? So yes, sis. Ham is the father of Cush. You know what I mean? And Cush is the Ethiopian. Slakia. All right. Let me get back to where I was. You know what I mean? So it said, but as to the plan of Shinar in the country of Babylonia, S.T.U.S. mentioned it when he said thus, such of the priests as were saved took the sacred vessel of Jupiter and Yalios and came to Shinar of Babylonia. All right, so that was the story of Nimrod and how treacherous he was, right? Now, what is the purpose of me bringing that out? Well, Nimrod is the father of Christmas. You know what I mean? After Nimrod's death, his wife/mother made him into a god. What we mean by made him into a god? Create a myth around his, you know what I mean? His name claiming that he's not alive. Slakia is not dead, but his spirit is in an evergreen tree, which is your Christmas tree. That is where the Christmas tree thing come from them time, right after the flood. So this is not nothing new where, you know what I mean, it's recent or it's about Santa Claus. No, it's a come from Nimrod. The same evergreen tree that you have in your house, which is a curse, by the way. It's an accursed thing. And you will be cursed because of it. Because it's against the Most High. You understand? It's coming from this man who wanted to fight the Most High. This king called Nimrod, who thought he, the only man, except for the white man today, who thought he could fight the Most High. I want you to think about it, you know. The only person in history who thought he could come up against the Most High physically. Which it does never it never materialized because it was impossible. See? This Christmas tree is all about him. Let me read it now. See? So it said, the Nimrod tree, Nimrod, the Lord of Christmas. That is where Christmas comes from. See? Let me read. Nimrod started the great organized worldly apostasy from God that has dominated this world until now. Nimrod married his own mother, whose name was Semiramis. Now, let me talk about a little bit about Semiramis. Semiramis is also Ishtar. She is Easter. You understand? All these customs and these holidays are connected from an ancient religion that has evil origin. You understand? Let me read again. Nimrod married his own mother, whose name was Semiramis or Semiramis or Ishtar. See? After Nimrod's death, his so-called mother-wife, Semiramis, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of Nimrod as a spirit being. So after Nimrod died, she spread this propaganda that his spirit lived on, right? Let me continue reading. She claimed a full-grown evergreen tree, that is your Christmas tree, a full-grown evergreen tree, then sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolized the springing forth unto new life. See? Let me continue. Slakia. The springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod. And each anniversary of his birth, she claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts under it. So that is where the gifts come from, putting presents under the Christmas tree. It's coming from Nimrod, the only man that came up against God, who tried to come up against God. Let me say it, who had it in his stupid mind. So this was a man who was an enemy to God. And you celebrate him every year, wanting God to bless you. It just don't make any sense. Let me continue reading. Zin, on each anniversary of his birth, she claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts under it. December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. That December 25th is not the birthday of Jesus Christ. It's the birthday of Nimrod, that Ethiopian king who thought he was going to fight the Most High because the Most High flooded the earth. You understand? Let me continue reading. December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of the Christmas tree. The plain truth about Christmas. You understand? Traditionally, a Yule log, and that is, you know what I mean? That is where them get the log that you put in the fireplace and all them thing there. The white man basically embodies this ancient culture. I guess the white man is just a thief when you check it. He's just a thief, like everywhere him go and scrape up, because you know, as him conquer the earth, he get access to everybody's record. But to him, this collection of information is valuable to him. So him embodied. So you have the Yule log where them celebrate on Christmas. So them put in at the fireplace and burn the log, right? Which it comes from the same log that Semiramis, or Nimrod's wife/mother, claim that the evergreen tree sprang up out of, and Nimrod's spirit is now in that tree. You understand? Let me continue reading. Traditionally, a Yule log was burned in the fireplace on Christmas Eve, and during the night, as the log's embers died, there appeared in the room as if by magic a Christmas tree surrounded by gifts. You understand? The Yule log represents the sun god Nimrod. Now, for all of the Egyptian people, them will have talk about, you know what I mean, Ra and Re. Ra is just Nimrod. So the Kemet people, them like to say, well, Egypt religion or whatever is the most ancient, and, you know what I mean, Ra, the sun god, Amun Ra, you know what I mean, it's just Nimrod. He was the original sun god. And then the Egyptians, them pick it up, and then the white man pick it up. Whoever conquers the earth, dig up these stupid history and embodies it and give it a different name, as if they created it. But it all started with this evil bastard named Nimrod, who thought he could fight the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. our God, the God where we have a covenant with. This is how evil Christmas is. You celebrate a holiday of a man who is an enemy to the God that made us, who have a covenant with us, a deal with us, who gave us law, who we alone know. Celebrating Christmas is Judas to God. You celebrating Christmas is a betrayal to your God. And we're not at the Christian God where the Christian church worship. Because there's many gods in the Christian church. We are taught the God of the Bible, which is the God of our ancestors. Him say, we alone him know. Him don't know nobody else. And we celebrate him enemy on Christmas Day. That's why I'm tell you, say, that's why the topic of today's class is, you know what I mean? Christmas, the most treacherous time of the year. It's treachery when you celebrate Christmas because you literally tell God, say, you take the side, I'm enemy. That is what you say. When you open that gift on Christmas Day, you're telling God, who you claim you pray to, that you have sided with the enemy, which is not much of an enemy. You know what I mean? But just I use the word enemy. You understand? You are telling the Most High, the God of your forefathers, that I have sided with your enemy and I'm not serving you. I'm serving Nimrod. Whether you do it consciously or you do it unconsciously, that is what you do. Actions speak louder than words because your words are going to say you love God and you pray for a good new year or you pray for blessing, but your actions say you're sided with Nimrod. You understand? Actions is what matter. Your words mean nothing. It's wind. You telling God say you love him means nothing. You celebrating Christmas ensures that moving forward, you will be cursed. You are signing your signature to be cursed. I don't know how, I try to emphasize it so people understand. Listen, you celebrate any of these holidays, any of them, is you signing a paper telling God that I want to be cursed going forward. Even though your Christian heart, I tell you, say, yo, me love God. But your actions are show God, say, you really want to be cursed. And you will be. You will be cursed if you celebrate Christmas. It's not a matter of if, you will be. You have been cursed. Every Christmas you celebrate, after that, your life have been hell. You understand? You will be. Christmas is your death wish. Do not celebrate Christmas. If you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, leave Christmas alone. And once upon a time, you was the Christmas gift. You were the jingle bell. You understand? It was a mockery. You was the mockery of Christmas. So how comes you celebrate Christmas today? Oh, you celebrate it. Your oppressor who used to beat, you know what I mean, wounds into your back, gave you this holiday and you celebrate it. Well, guess what? You celebrating that holiday is confirmation that you're against God. You understand? You're telling God that you don't want nothing to do with him. You understand? All right, let me continue reading this. See? So it said, the Yule log represent the sun god Nimrod, and the Christmas tree represent himself resurrected as his own son, Tammuz. You understand? So our Christmas tree and our Yule log have tremendous meaning, but not, it's a Christian, but you know what I mean? I would say Christmas is as Christian as it get, because Christmas is, you know what I mean, promoted by Christianity. You understand? Let me continue reading. The Yule log is the dead Nimrod, human ruler of ancient Babylon or ancient Ethiopia, seeing who was eventually deified as the Son incarnated and hence a god. The Christmas tree is mystical Tammuz. The slain God come to life again. You understand? So that is Christmas. That is the origin of the Christmas tree, right? So December 25th, Nimrod birthday, Zin, is not Jesus' birthday. According to the Bible, Jesus was born about the time of tax season, during spring. It did not give you his date of birth, and it did not tell you that you should celebrate Jesus' birthday. See? We're talking Bible now. We're not talking Christian pastor filth. We are talking biblical. See? When you celebrate Christmas, you are celebrating the birthday of Nimrod. And Nimrod was the man after the flood who said he's going to build a tower to fight the Most High. So the Most High don't flood the earth again. That is who Nimrod is, an enemy to the Most High. So when you celebrate Christmas, you're picking a side and you will be cursed because of it. You understand? I just hope you understand. So this Christmas, with the Christmas spirit blowing around, you understand, this Christmas breeze blowing around. That's why we're telling you, when you need to get in tune with the I.S.U.P.K, right? Because, since me at the UPK, I start to see how dark this period is. You see, this time of year is very dark. Very, very dark. You understand? And the most evil at me this time of year. The most evil. It's a very dark and cold time of the year. The most death happen this time of year. You understand? And you can feel it. But I guess if you're outside of the UPK, you feel something different. You feel mostly the Christmas spirit, which is a demon. You understand? But I'm going to tell you that Christmas spirit is going to be extremely strong this year. And if you're not tuned in to the I.S.U.P.K, you might get driven away in it. You understand? We have the Feast of YAHANNA, which is on the 25th of December. You understand? It's randomized every year. Not really randomized, but depend on the original calendar. It falls on different date every year. And this year, it's December the 25th. You know what I mean? And to me, I say that's strange because, you know what I mean? December the 25th is Christmas Day. So this must have some this must have some significance where this Christmas might not be a normal Christmas. It might be a pick your side Christmas. You understand? What you going to do this Christmas? You going to celebrate YAHANNA or you going to celebrate Nimrod? Well, we in the I.S.U.P.K, we are celebrate YAHANNA. We're not celebrating Christmas. You understand? So we implore you, call we, subscribe, find out when the feast day start so you can log in with we so you can escape that Christmas spirit because believe man, the times are get strange. You know what I mean? You can see it, you can feel it. If you're there on social media, especially here in Jamaica, you can feel the coldness at this time. This year must feel right. And we are going into another year, you know what I mean, according to the oppressor's calendar. And me not think 2025 are going to be, you know what I mean, better than 2024. I think 2025 are forwarding with some surprising and astonishing, you know what I mean, thing, which we in the I.S.U.P.K, we are prepared for because that is what we know. We know that, you know, the scripture tell you that, you know what I mean, the things that shall happen on the earth shall, I'm paraphrasing, it basically I say it going to make the heart of man weak. You see, the things that we are forward in them time, yeah, believe man, trust me, we're going to flood in the I.S.U.P.K a little more from this. You understand? So okay, let me start ranting now. See? All right, we're going to jump to Saturnalia. So now, Saturnalia is what Nimrod worship had evolved to. This is when the white man took it up in his hands. You know what I mean? So it became something else during the time of the Greeks and in the time of the Romans. See? Because now the oppressor I will not take no invite now, yeah? What would I invite you to do is get inside these classes, give us a call. Get inside the school, get in all black. Commanding General YAHANNA, he might accept soldiers now. So give us a call. You know what I mean? Give us a direct message and make us know say we want the number and we send on the number. Right? Yeah, man. As you can see, we young brothers, them are dead like, you know what I mean? Dead like flies nowadays. You understand? We need soldiers to come inside the school so they can save other brothers. As a matter of fact, your only surety is inside the I.S.U.P.K. There's so much uncertainty outside there. In the Christian church, in Rastafariism, out there in the world, there's so much uncertainty. You understand? Especially in this time. See? Get inside the school. All right, so this said the origin of Christmas Saturnalia. Of course, the origin of Christmas is not Saturnalia, but Saturnalia is another form of Christmas. As I tell you, the origin of Christmas, well, all right, in terms of probably the celebration that comes with Christmas, it probably is, but the father of Christmas is Nimrod. He is where the December 25th come from, and the Christmas tree. You understand? Now it said, nowadays the Christmas celebration evokes images of gifts, lights, delicacies, and family gatherings. Who doesn't like these? The spirit of Christmas is spoken of as a feeling of goodwill for all. This is the image of Christmas we have today. So everybody have this image of Christmas of goodwill, you know what I mean? Kindness. You have the song that say, give love on Christmas Day, you know what I mean? Coming together with the family and all them things. That is the idea that we get from Christmas, right? But it say, however, its past is a little more somber. Would it surprise you to know that the tradition related to Christmas were kept long before the birth of Christ? You know what I mean? Way longer, even from the time of the flood, or shortly after the flood. See? But them are going to make you know from times of the Greeks and the Romans, right? When it evolved. See? Christmas is considered today to be a Christian celebration. It is. Christmas is as Christian as it gets. Let's not separate Christmas from Christianity. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? They must say what they must say, but they must give the origin, or the Greek origin. See? But its origins are more related with ancient Babylon. Well, of course, same Nimrod and thing, right? Greek and Rome than with the people of God and the Bible. All right, so this is very important because, as I said, them teach you that Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Christ. It has nothing to do with the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible it tells you that, you know what I mean, you should celebrate Jesus' birthday, or you should put gifts under a Christmas tree. As a matter of fact, after I read this, I'm going to tell you what the Bible said about the Christmas tree. See? Because the full story about Nimrod, I'm going to break it down to you because it gets even darker. You understand? Let me continue reading. What is celebrated today is a combination of biblical stories of the birth of Jesus and the year-end pagan tradition. Right? The earliest day of Mithraism, the Persian religion that worshipped the sun, was December the 25th. It was after the winter solstice and its celebration that day, and it celebrated that day as the birth of the sun. That ends the reason, the birth of Jesus. You understand? The birth of the sun, Nimrod, the sun god. That it come from. You understand? Besides the sacrifice of Mithra, it was celebrated with food, drinks, and gifts. You understand? The Roman adopted this tradition but worship a different deity. So the Romans adopted it. So it passed on to who them they say? Let me see. The Persians, which are the Iranians today. See, but in ancient Persia ruled before the Greeks. You understand? The Persians defeated the Babylonians. Not the ancient Babylonians, but Babylonia, the more recent one, right? And the Greeks and the Romans took it. All right, this is the reason. See, because as kingdoms fall, whoever them fall to reap everything that them have, whether it be them wealth, them customs, everything, them gods, them take it all. But them now gonna just take it, them are gonna change it up, but them are gonna keep, you know what I mean, the traditions. So notice the Persians adopted it after, well, not it Moody said directly after. See, but they adopted it. But then the Romans come and them take it because what? After the Persians, the Greeks overthrew the Persians. And then after the Greeks, the Romans overthrew the Greeks. You understand? So as them a conquer go along, whoever win wars, reap the spoils. And with the spoils come the customs as well. And today's oppressor, our America, have reaped the spoils. As them go conquer the Middle East and destroy everybody where them for destroy, them scrape not only them wealth, them scrape them culture. And that is why you see today in a Christmas. See? So it have nothing to do with the Bible and a Bible thing. This is evil. This is of evil origin. You understand? Let me continue reading. It was after then, the winter solstice, and it celebrated that day as the birth of the sun. Besides the sacrifice of Misra, it was celebrated with food and drink and gift. The Romans adopted this tradition, but worship a different deity, Saturn, right? See? And they call it what? Saturnalia, right? In honor to this god, they celebrated a week-long festival denominated the Saturnalia, right? The Saturnalia, the ancient Roman celebration, celebrated the Saturnalia festival from the 17th to the 20th, from the 17th to the 24th of December. December 25th was the culmination of the celebration in honor of the birth of the invincible son. This invincible son is who? Nimrod. That is where them get it from. You understand? And then pass it on to you through the Christian church today. See? That's why them worship on a Sunday. You understand? When the Most High Sabbath, or the Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You understand? The seventh day. See? Latin, dies natilis solis invicti, being past the winter solstice, the moment in which the sun reaches its lowest point. The days started to be longer every day. You understand? This time of year. The Saturnalia was celebrated in honor of Saturn, the god of the fire and of the harvest. To be able to harvest, you need the sun's light and heat. That is why the Romans worship Saturn in the middle of winter, so that it may return to heat the earth and make it fruitful, so that they may prosper during the course of the coming year. In its honor, they would light candles and torches. We find other culture with the same God, only with different names, such as Tammuz, which is them claim the son of Nimrod, which Nimrod never have no son, kind of dead. You understand? Molech, see? Baal, Kranos. Who know Kranos? You understand? You know about Kranos as well. Vulcan. These are the different names that them take on depending on the culture or the nation who adopted it. But it's the same abomination. See? Some of these demanded offspring sacrifices. Listen again. Pops done. We're not taking no invite now here. Just give us a direct message. You need to be a part of the school. See? Some of these demanded offspring sacrifice. Human sacrifice. You understand? That is where human sacrifice came in. Through the same Nimrod thing. You understand? This is where human sacrifice came from. I want to listen, you know. And this is Christmas today. This is what you're getting ready to celebrate, to buy your children's gift for celebrate today. You understand? And it will end up be a curse to you and your family. Just believe. You understand? Just listen what me I say. See? So it said, some of these demanded offspring sacrifice. In Greek mythology, Kronos would eat their children as soon as they were born. In the Bible, we read of the children being sacrificed to Molech. This has come from Nimrod. You understand? All them just mix it up, remix it. You know what I mean? Do them one thing, but at the same custom, in a different language, with a different name and a different figurehead or God, but at the same origin and the same meaning. See? Jeremiah 32 and 33 to 35 says, this is what the article said. They have turned to me their back and not their face. And though I have taught them persistently, they have not listened. All right. I'll skip past that. I gave some scriptures. Let me scroll along. See? The Romans, however, did not practice children sacrifice. Instead, during the Saturnalia, they dedicated a special day for the children known as Juvenalia. During this day, the children would put on costume and parade through the city. They received gifts and were allowed to do whatever they please. And you know what I mean? You can just imagine during the Romans time what that actually meant. Children just going about freely. That's pedophilia. You understand? Believe what me tell you that. The Romans, infamous. Remember the Roman Catholic Church? Yeah, man. That's why the children were allowed. So it's still children sacrifice, but in a different way. You know what I mean? This might have some connection with Halloween as well. If you don't mind, Sharp, this is also connected to Halloween. See? Not certain, but this, when they talk about children being able to run free, believe when me tell you, that's pedophilia. You understand? And that's also children sacrifice. See? What did the Roman do during Saturnalia celebration? There was 7 days of boisterous amusement, banqueting, exchanging of gifts. The festivities began with a sacrifice in the temple of Saturn at the foot of Capitol Hill, which you know about Capitol Hill in the United States today, right? That's coming from Rome. See? Rome's religious area. After that, they had a public banquet to which everyone was invited. Lights and torch were lit everywhere in honor of Saturn, the god of fire. All right. All right. I'm not read no more of that, just to make you know that, look, this is where it comes from, right? We're going to read the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and we're going to start at verse 2. See? And this is what the Bible has to say about the Christmas tree. For those who did not know, the Christmas tree is in the Bible. And the reason being because the Israelites had prior knowledge to who Nimrod is. And the custom infiltrated, you know what I mean, our nation because we went off from the Most High. And we started to worship the same custom during this time and prior time and afterwards during our nation, which became a snare unto us. You know what I mean? So this Christmas where you celebrate today, which I piss off the Most High, you did it in time past and piss off the Most High before. You understand? And as a result, it ended up in our slavery. Our slavery is as a result of we keeping up foolishness like this. You understand? Which the Most High warned us that this would happen. See, this is Jeremiah chapter 10 and 2, and it said, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." So the Most High implore you, listen, do not learn the ways of the heathen. Who are the heathen? Anybody that is not an Israelite. The white man, heathen. The Chinese, heathen. Don't get up now and talk about you're a Buddhist and you worship Buddha and Buddha bless this and Leave that alone. See? Heathen again, Africans. You get up, boy, you work Obi and you do this African culture, and the Rastafarians, them heavy in a African this and African that. Mount Baruka him saying believe in a Obi, but he can't believe in a Bible. The Most I say, learn not the ways of the heathen. Leave them custom alone. If you feel curious as to what the Chinese or the Japanese or the Africans and the white people are doing, or the Arabs, leave that alone. When me and my brother Abadawan, Officer Abadawan, went in a store, one of them Arab store there, and you know what I mean? We are you know what I mean? We are look upon some things. Zin, and one of the sister them were working at the store, come to me and say, like she have said, yeah man, them rich man, because you see, for them God different, you know. Them it's as if she think them God real, and them God is the reason why, you know what I mean, them so prosperous, the Arabs, them are boss. She have big up the God where them worship, because she think for them prosperity come from them God. For them prosperity come from you worshiping dear God. That is where them prosperity come from. You celebrating Christmas, you celebrating anything from these other nations. Means say them are going to rule over you because you turn your back upon your God. When you celebrate Nimrod birthday upon December 25th, you're turning your back on your God. When dear God, all right, Nimrod not real, you know. It's just a custom. When I say not real, I mean, all right, Nimrod was a man who existed. But the folklore and the urban legend around him name is not real. All of that made up. But the practices surrounding that is evil and comes from the other nations. You understand? But Nimrod himself is dead. Gone. Don't have no power. You understand? But the practice will come with you celebrating Nimrod's birthday, which is Christmas. It's evil. You understand? Let me read this again. Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So don't be dismayed at Saturn like with the Romans them, you know what I mean? Worship to be like or the god of fire or some crap, or the sun, the rise of the what do you call it? Wait, say a while ago, of the invincible sun. Don't look upon the sun or the stars or the moon or the planets and say, boy, something special about them. Even zodiac sign will come from, you know what I mean, the alignment of stars. You know, get dismayed by them saying that, oh, me's a Libra, me's a Capricorn, me's a Virgo, me's a this. All of that are idolatry. You understand? Let me read again. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3, for the custom of the people are vain. So these customs, the Most I say, they are vain. What does vain come from? Vain is the root word of vanity. Vanity means, let me give the meaning of the word vain and vanity. See? So you understand. The custom of the people are vain. See? So vain, having or showing an excessive high opinion of one's appearance, ability, or word. See? Producing no result, useless. So the Most I make you know that the customs of these heathens, these other nations, they are useless. Celebrating Christmas is useless. It never help you. Don't think that if you don't celebrate Christmas this year, your life will shamble. No, as a matter of fact, the opposite. You not celebrating Christmas means that you are on the side of the Most High. Are beginning to come on the side of the Most High, because we know our people go off in other things. You understand? But don't think that if you have a bad Christmas this year, which our people consider a bad Christmas, where them can't buy no gift, them can't buy clothes, shoes, and all them things, them can't buy them children present, you know what I mean? A brother's bad Christmas, him now have the money for buy him woman nothing. You know what I mean? A sister bad Christmas is her man can't buy her nothing, so she go cheat on her man because she want a gift. See? Don't think that if you don't get a gift this Christmas, as a matter of fact, you should not accept no gift this Christmas. Don't accept no gift. Accepting a Christmas gift mean you celebrate Christmas. You celebrate when Nimrod established, which me I go break down to you now. Now explain to you how this gift business come in, which we partially explain it, but I will show you the deeper side of it. See? Slack here. So it said, for the custom of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. No. Which tree it attack? It attack with the same Nimrod tree, because at this time the custom was active. It was being practiced. You understand? So he must say, for the custom of the people are vain, are useless, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. And you know how them cut down them evergreen tree, right? Yeah, you see all the Christmas movies where them go up in the snowy forest with the axe and cut down, because that is where those trees are, in the snowy forest. You know what I mean? Them cut it down with that axe. See? Let me continue reading verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold. That is a Christmas decoration, where them decorate the tree, right? They fasten it with nails and with hammer, that it move not. So now, today, them not really fasten it with nail. Them more put it in a pan or cement with stone or something to keep it, you know what I mean, stationary, right? That is what them do today, but back then, them nail it down to the floor. See? And then decorate it with silver and with gold. Where does the silver and gold come from? Well, it comes from the urban legend that Semiramis created surrounding Nimrod's death, saying that Nimrod's spirit is now in this tree. And Nimrod was this feared king, and she is this weak queen. So she had to create this, you know what I mean? This urban legend to keep everybody in check. So Nimrod is not dead. His spirit is in that tree. And if you don't carry gold and silver and put under the tree, Nimrod's spirit is going to come and cut off your head and put on the tree. That is where you get the Christmas balls from. Those are people's heads. Those are heads. The Christmas ball on your Christmas tree is a head. The gold and the silver was what they used to put on the tree when somebody willingly come and say, here's my present to Nimrod. Because he don't want to get him head chop off and put on the tree. You understand? In reality, Nimrod never walk around and chop off nobody's head. It was she sending the soldiers to go and cut off who don't want to pay them, bring presents on the tree. On Nimrod's birthday, she sent her soldiers to go and cut off them head and put them head on the tree, and with the gold and everything. Right? That is how your Christmas decoration come from on the tree. It had a bloody history. And you celebrate it, talking about you celebrate God. God don't have nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, you're celebrating his enemy. You know what I mean? That is what you do. You tell God, say you celebrate him enemy birthday. Nimrod is God's enemy. You understand? Let me read verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree. You understand? By slack, yeah, but speak not. Right? So even though this evergreen tree is upright, even like the palm tree, right? Because now you nail it down to the floor, you put it in a paint pan or something, and it's upright, it stands up, even though you cut it down out of the forest. It can't speak, right? Because it's worship as a god, you know, but it can't speak. See? Let me continue reading. But speak not, they must need be born, meaning you have to carry it. You are the one who have to lift it and carry it and put it in the corner of the house or something. See? Why are you in fear of this tree? Let me continue reading. Because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them. Why it say be not afraid of them? What is there to be afraid of a Christmas tree today? As far as you are concerned, there is nothing to be afraid of a Christmas tree. It's just a Christmas tree with decoration. Well, during this time, they believe that Nimrod would come cut off them head if they never have a tree and put decorations and gift on that. You understand? That is where it come from. That is why they were afraid of the tree. It wasn't so happy. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas and a happy. It wasn't that. It was, yo, we need to put presents under this tree because we know. It was like Duppy story. It was like rolling calf. You understand? It was a scary event back then where people used to afraid of the tree. It was like, oh, you view Obia for all of the people them who believe that nonsense. Me see a video, yo, me a sidebar. Me see a video with somebody a prank some people in the street and me laugh. Virgin, me laugh. Because our people so superstitious and so gullible. And it's because we believe in so much foolishness. The man dressed up like him is a Obia man. And he might tell them, say, yo, somebody say, you know what I mean? Yo, me fi do this to you, and the people them believe him and was afraid of the man in a virgin. To the point where the man get them for do all manner of foolishness, might tell them spin round and all them things because they believe in too much foolishness. And the same thing will happen to any of you right now because they believe madness. And me just laugh and me enjoy the video. Come here and say, see what gullibility do? Make people take on for fool. And I see same thing I go on in the Christian church. Me laugh and me enjoy the video, man. Me I tell you the truth. Me enjoy the video. Yo, me I tell you. Come here and say, look upon this. For people really destroy, you know, man. And look where them would have make somebody take them for fool, have them a spin and a jump and I say, you know what I mean? He might tell them to say this. Say this 4 times and them a say it. Because you believe in a Obia. And you look like a dummy on camera because of it. You understand? This was similar. Our people used to believe the stupidity that we learned from these heathens. And think say the Christmas tree, I will cut off with head if we don't put present on that. The Most High said, be not afraid of them. Be not afraid of these Christian pastors. Be not afraid of these so-called Obia man. It's not real. It's not real. Don't serve no. It's vain. It's vanity. It's you. Then, let me continue reading. For they cannot do evil, nor also is it in them to do good. It can't do nothing. Out of fear, we go off in some stupid customs, brethren, and turn back upon the Most High. When it's the Most High with a fear. We must fear God, not the traditions of men. You understand? All right, what time is it? I'm going to read this again. I'm going to go back to Amos 5:21. And it said, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. So the Most High make us know. We know. Him despise Christmas and all these feast days. You understand? Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. The Most I don't want that pork we have on the table. Or we have your buy, put on, and get ready to cook on Christmas Day. You understand? Let me continue reading. I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast. And don't want to see that fat chicken, pork, or nothing where you have on the table. It's an abomination to him. See in verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, those Christmas carols. Him no want to hear it is noise. For I will not hear the melody of thy viols. Him don't want to hear the melody. Him don't want to hear Mariah Carey. Him don't want to hear, you know what I mean, the Michael Jackson. Him don't want to hear none of those Christmas songs. You know what I mean, that get repeat over and over every year. You understand? What him want you to do is come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Keep his laws again. You understand? Stop breaking his laws. And we implore you every day, get inside this school. You understand? Now with that, if we don't have questions, you can just, you know what I mean, throw them in the chat. You understand? We're going to close out now. Again, remember to like, share, subscribe. You understand? If you have, if you need counseling, You know what I mean? We also provide that. We see a thing over the internet with the data one youth named Naya. And the way I see it turn out is that they might have like a public court over the internet. See? Which is a bad way to go about it. You know, I like our people for get in the custom of doing, because even though them have the best in mind, them a try come, you know what I mean? Get to the bottom of who unalive the brother. See? Would I like our people, you know, because them now gonna get to the what gonna happen in that situation there? A bunch of people name I go call who never involved in that. And you might find people I'll get unalive who never have nothing to do with it. Who did depend the best interests of the brother. Because them now go about it the right way. If you don't really want proper counseling and you want to get to the bottom of these things, contact the I.S.U.P.K. That is what we do. And we need our people to reach a point where whenever we want to seek justice, on link I.S.U.P.K. under commanding General YAHANNA, we'll get to know the justice. That is what we do. That is our job. You understand? And we understand where you would not want to go, you know what I mean, to the oppressor, or the system, or the police station, or what have you. See? Come to the I.S.U.P.K. and a commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? We know if we get to the bottom of them things. See, now with that, if there's no questions, we'll jump to the security announcement. Let me see if nobody left no comments. Somebody said dark times of the year. Yeah, man. Rain, fox, fire. Rain, fox, fire. Yeah, man. Dark time of the year, man. Believe, man. Yeah, man. Darkest time of the year, this. Yeah, man. All right, we don't have too much comments. Somebody said, the Most High never lie. He will not come back with water, fire. And that is what those nuclear bombs are for, you know? That's the fire. The nuclear holocaust. What's your name again? Virtuous venting without judging. Big up yourself, sis. We want to see all of you in a class, you know, man. We don't just want to soon up on TikTok, you know. You understand? Virtuous, big up yourself. See? She said, the Most High is so loving and caring. It scares me. Yeah, the Most High is so loving, but here what we need to understand too, he is a father. So even though he's loving and caring, he might bust we ass when we disobey. You understand? Because he's a father. You understand? Kirkland said, good night, my youth. Real teaching. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Big up yourself too, brother. Yeah, man, and to order to everybody who tap up the screen and share, you know what I mean? All right, so Storm say, where are your ancestors from? My ancestors are from the Middle East. Yeah, and originate from the Middle East. Then after persecution, ended up in Africa, and now we are over here. You understand? Many of us ended up in Europe as well. That is how King James and, you know what I mean, and others was able to rule in Europe during the Dark Ages. See? King James is a black man, by the way, and not a LGBT, not a LG, what do you call it? Rainbow community. Somebody says, so sorry. I feel you're still, I don't understand that. Oh, from Carthage. Sophonisba is garlic. Person talk a different language. St. Patrick mummers do. Nah, understand that. Alright, of course, scroll past them there. Alright. Alman Curry say, is King Herod birthday, my general? Colossians 2:16. Let no man judge you in the meat or in drink. No, we are talking about King Herod birthday. Yeah, said December 25th. December 25th, you refer to? Alman Curry, if you're still there in the chat, clarify that for me there. Baba Koshar. All right. Can hear you? Somebody say can hear you, or yeah, say can't hear you. You can hear me? All right. We also have Dream 714. We're always there here. Shalom, sis. You know what I mean? Always a top up the screen and thing. I look forward for soon in a class as well. You know what I mean? Notice say sister them vigilant as well too, you know? Yeah, man. All right, and with that, we're going to jump to the security announcement. All right, these are the ISUPK security announcements, where the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like. All right, so go over to ISUPK.com. That is ISUPK.com. You understand? Pay your tithes and support the truth. You understand? Upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Hanukkah, which is December the 25th. You understand? Do not mistake it with the celebration of Christmas. You understand? As a matter of fact, to escape this Christmas spirit, you need to tune into the ISUPK when we celebrate the Feast of Hanukkah to be on the safe side. You understand? Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you know what I mean? If you want to be a soldier of commanding General YAHANNA, see, is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. So what you need to do is give us a call, you know what I mean? And we will get you right, all right? And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Brakatham. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K, Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And with that, Yarmata, class dismissed. All right, remember to follow our pages where I.S.U.P.K Jamaica under commanding General YAHANNA. With that, Shalom.
Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 West hitter, big stepping, Katazai, roughly translated lethal weapon with the Danny Glovers for the fingerprint covers. Type of niggas start beef just to see your true colors. We don't want no coward, then I'll spin that block for your cover. Don't break no oath and try to act like we brothers. From a nigga named Jacob and 4 different mothers. I stay ready like it's Malcolm looking out them shutters. We try and get it out the gutters till we ball like ruckers. Booted up, no Timbs, if it was it's the butters. Ain't no hole in his blood and his heart don't flutter. I pop some Castle Hill nigga, he ain't raised no runners. I don't run with 6'9" or gunners. Lay more pipe than plumbers, Just some bad motherfuckers. too long, I've been slept on. Boy, smoother than Teflon, too dope to get stepped on. One West I rep on, no never getting crept on. Ain't fucking with a nigga, then you could get the F on. Baby said I'm handsome, gassing me like Chevron. I ain't take no losses, if I did, I learned the lesson. I just keep it pushing, ain't waiting for you to catch on. Motion, locomotion, without the pills or the potion. Outspoken, man, this nigga is always causing commotion. Son of Joseph, just try and build us a Goshen. From here to Boston, a nigga is fucking awesome. A blessing if you caught and put that pussy in a coffin. If it ain't UPK, you niggas ain't important. Started living life as soon as I took my portion. Type of smoke we pull up and these niggas started coughing. Choke artists, swallowing, wallowing. Xanax and a Klonopin. Sensitive ass niggas be crying over ad hominems on foe in them grave. None of these niggas brave, none of these Christians saved. All of you niggas gay. Fake ass niggas try and walk the road that we paved. Try and skip the toll roads, can't pay the price that we paid. Boots, beards, and the braids, a few stresses and grades. Living the last days, I showed them it ain't a phase. Through the furnace of affliction, through the fire unscathed. Walk through the furnace of affliction, through the fire unscathed, nigga.
Look, I ain't talking about my jewels when I say I'm juice. Sucker former lions say hate, I just save them some room. They pick and choose, that's the difference with me and no dude. They ain't my bitch, let she say the salute. I got a rib, but every entree come with a side. You think you fucking with me, you found comfort in lies. I be weary of these niggas, they come to divide. I stand on business like politicians tucking their ties. They say it's hate when they see careers starting to die, but I'm the type to still press behind enemy lies. I ain't afraid to lift the iron like my name was Rahab. Go with them if you nervous about picking a side. Let God fix it, if I do, I'm gonna end up in cuffs. I ain't letting shit slide, I'm petty as fuck. Yeah, they wanna hash it out, but the damage is done. They afraid to pick up the phone when I'm calling they bluff. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, no Capricorn. They already know I'm UPK, what you asking for? Took so many ills, why y'all even keep track of score? You got the right nigga, you ain't know I'm a man of war. Fuck these niggas, I swear they got more issues than Vogue. They always saying they ain't like that when you catch them alone. I ain't playing tug of war with no internet trolls. You got my low, it's an issue, come address it with smoke. Oh man, got them checking for posts. What a coincidence. Me, my niggas hate it the most. Throwing salt and pepper till your little king get choked. Did my homework on all you niggas being some hoes. Stuck to the code. My eyes were purple and gold. I'm as solid as they come. I ain't breaking no oath. Not to zob me, stand firm. I don't bend, I don't fold. To Christ's return, I'm a thug with my woes. Whoa.